So, Barnes,
Yeah.
I subscribe to a couple of, healthy mind and body, healthy newsletters. And I saw this article. I wanted to ask you a question. This article was how to live longer.
Ooh.
And I think a lot of it has to do with, exercise and what you put in your body. But do you have any kind of special regimen? Do you try to eat healthy? You work out, don't you?
I do. I'm black or white. I'm either on full throttle or I'm off. And that's just my personality. So if I'm working out, I'm usually doing it like methodically. And if I'm eating well, but then, you have those times when you go maybe on vacation or whatever, and it's hot and you just crave carbs and you just throw it out the window. So I kind of go both.
Yeah, I throw it out the window if I'm on vacation too. But normally when I'm around you, I see you eating really healthy. But if you ask anybody, they'd like to live longer. And this article talked about how would you like to live an additional 24 years?
That's a lot.
Well, and they're saying just 8 healthy lifestyle choices. You can even start at the age of 40. I'm going to read some of these to you. Tell me where you stand.
Well, the things that I don't even know what you're going to have on this list, but think about if you want to live 24 years more than you would have.
Right.
Of course, you don't know your expiration date, but you want to feel good. So it's like, it seems like, remember when 80 was really hard for people, like you knew that were much older and they weren't very mobile. Now people do seem to be a whole lot more mobile.
Because I think a certain generation didn't, exercise. And now people are, there's this fitness craze for a new generation. But first on the list was exercise.
Okay, have you tried rucking?
No. What is that?
I know you're a big walker, and I started doing this. You'd be amazed at how much, because I don't like to run. Like, it's just so bad.
Yeah, I can't run. I have a bad knee, but what is that?
Yes, but rucking is basically a backpack with weight in it.
Oh.
So you can get either a weighted vest or you can just they have ruck packs. If you want to go old school, you can just get a backpack, and they have these plates. 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds. And it elevates your heart rate when you're walking. So it's kind of like you're getting the effect of running with walking. You should totally try it. I think you would love it.
Because that's really smart. And that is one of the things about getting your heart rate going.
Rucking. So you're saying exercise is number one. And how long does it add to you?
Oh, my gosh. You're saying, a 46% decrease in the risk of death from any cause compared with those that don't do any exercise.
Yeah, get a half hour a day in some capacity and you'll be doing yourself a favor. Just getting outside.
Just knowing that's number one. This one actually is a no-brainer. Number 2, you want to know what that is?
Yeah.
Not becoming addicted to opioids was the second most important contributor to a longer life. Duh.
It's a duh, but you know what? The people who are addicted to it, they got past that duh, and it's hard to get off. I feel for those people. That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's reducing the risk of early death by 38%. Number 3, obviously, not using tobacco.
I don't.
Not smoking.
Yep. I do not.
They're saying, even if you stop at some point in your life, that's good.
Have you ever smoked in your life?
No.
Me either. Never.
Number 4, this one's, I'm telling you, for anyone that's listening, managing stress, reducing early death by 22%. Stress is rampant. Why? A lot of people have multiple jobs, no sleep, devastating consequences. Stress is a real deal.
I know 2 people that have multiple jobs. You're looking at them.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, if you can unplug in some capacity, and that goes back to C number 1, if you can just drop what you're doing, go outside, take a walk, even 10 minutes, something about that, just getting the outside air and your mind releasing from that constant stress does you so much good.
That happened a lot, too, during the pandemic when people were working from home.
Yeah,
just
totally.
Going out and taking a 20-minute walk. Number 5, have you ever done this? Eating a plant-based diet.
Nope.
Would raise your chances of living longer by 21%. And by the way, it doesn't mean you have to be vegetarian or vegan. Following a plant-based diet such as Mediterranean diet with whole grains, leafy green vegetables was key.
I tried to do it plant-based. I don't know if I could, but Mediterranean I love. I'd only started eating seafood like 5 years ago.
You weren't a seafood person. Do you eat any greens?
Oh, yeah, tons of greens.
Okay, that's good.
I don't eat badly. I definitely try to avoid fried. And then everything else, I have my places that I always go. Fresh One in Sandy Springs, Brack's Kitchen in Sandy Springs, or Buckhead. Gusto. Make the rounds.
Plug bell. By the way, this is How to Live Longer. We're now at, that was number 5, eating a plant-based diet. Number 6, avoid binge drinking.
Ooh.
And that means more than 4 drinks a day. Okay, can't do that. Reducing the risk of death by 19%.
I do that in Atlanta. However, when you're somewhere, Turks and Caicos, Provence, it's kind of hard to avoid that. I try not to drink successive days, though.
Yeah, and they're saying even moderate drinkers are at risk.
So you can do 4? You can do 4 and you're good?
No, it says do not do 4 a day.
Oh,
no
got
binge
it.
drinking.
Got it.
Number 7, of course, getting a good night's sleep.
Oh, no brainer.
I mean, insomnia is terrible. Yeah, reducing early death by any cause by 18%. So try to get a good night's sleep. I drink sleepy time tea before I go to bed.
So many people have sleeping problems, and my wife included.
It's the worst.
I'll wake up.
Yeah.
It looks like poltergeist. Her phone is illuminated around her brain, like looking like turned away from me so it doesn't wake me up. But then if you wake up and you look over, it looks like, oh. But so many people have trouble sleeping. I mean, I can go out in 10 seconds.
By the way, you're saying she's looking at her screen at 3 a.m. That's not good either.
No.
Put the device away.
If you really need a way to go to sleep easier, this is tried and true, works every time. Just when you climb into bed at night, put on our podcast. Done. I mean, you will be out.
I thought you were going to tell me one of those sound machines.
Well, that's on your phone automatically. We already did a segment
Exactly.
on that.
Finally, you want to guess what number 8 is? This might surprise you, but I completely agree with it. Being surrounded by positive social relationships. Yes, that will help longevity by 5%. However, loneliness and isolation, especially among older people, is becoming more widespread. In other words, Barnes, don't be around negative people.
You know what? Cut bait. I started doing that years ago, trying to evaluate, is someone causing you strife? And is someone making your life more difficult, in whatever way? Flaking out all the time or not,
Yeah, drama-free.
Drama-free. Well, man, who did they study to come up with this list?
Well, what I can tell you, though, is that you can start at any age, and we're going to post these on the Morning X page at 99x.com, just so you can live longer.
I thought it was veterans that they did they had data on U.S. veterans over a bunch of years, and that's how they came up with, which to me, that's a stressful group. If that was working for them, I think it would do a lot more, even better for you, and you can start now.
Get on the bike. Get on your go walk.
Get your ass in gear. Good, Fram.
Thank you.
The Morning X with Barnes and Leslie. 99.